can be something fun that we do next. And then we'll run it on this phone and we'll see how it looks on the Pixel 6, of course. Um, oh yeah, my battery is going down. So we can close Figma because we're no longer using that. Um, and hopefully Android Studio running does not ruin everything, but it might. We'll find out. Um, oh, we did home screen list UI. We did a bunch of UI stuff last week. Um, I don't know if it's all been merged. Not all of it is uploaded onto YouTube. We'll do that soon, I promise. I've had a busy week and I'm a little behind. Um, Figma design system. Okay, so let's try that. So one thing I want to do, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna open up Sublime Text. And let's open. Whoops. Okay, this is fine. Not now. Um, let's open. Uh, we had in our downloads material theme, UI theme. Let's open up all of this. So here's the color file that we got. I don't like I don't like this what's the word? The naming conventions they used here. Um like why is this I don't like the snake case color here. Um I also prefer not to make these public. So I learned this last week. Let's go into our multi-cursor mode real quick and let's refactor these ourselves. So first we're going to make all of these private. Um, I'm wondering if we should just get rid of the material theme part. Um, is that what I should do? Or should I just leave it as is? Let's get rid of the material theme part. I don't think we need that. Nice. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. Oh, yeah, here we go. Okay. And then let's do the same thing for this one. So we'll make all these private. Oh my God, that's my fault. What is this shortcut? So you double press Option on Mac, and then you use the arrow keys to navigate up and down, and then you just type as if you were normally going to type. Um, so let's actually try the same thing here. So light color palette will be light colors. And then let's fill this out. So primary will be light primary. Uh, um, does it have? It doesn't have a primary variant. Okay, okay. Um, background, light background. Um, we've got surface, will be light surface. Um, error will be error. On primary will be light on primary. Um, what else am I missing? On secondary will be light on secondary. Um, on background will be light on background. I'll also show y'all another cool typing trick um, in Android Studio once I finish putting these all out. Do we have on air? Nice, we do. So the only thing that's missing are the primary variant and secondary variant. I don't know why those were. What is it like surface variant? Is that what we want? I don't think so. There's a lot more colors here than are in the default material packages. Yeah, and I think that's it. Um, what CP just said is there's differences in namings and stuff. Um, but oh, I was going to show y'all another cool trick. So let's copy this and let's paste this. Now, if you highlight a piece of code and you do Command R, which is replace, you can do like a find and replace within your highlighted portion. So if I do light to dark, it will only do this replace within my highlighted portion. So it doesn't ruin the entire file. It just modifies that portion that I had highlighted. So I didn't even have to go into multi-cursor. I just highlighted this and said everywhere that I use the word light, replace it with dark. Um, cool. So actually, then let's go to our TOA theme function right here. And so is dark will be is system dark theme. This is a Boolean. So previously we didn't have dark theme, but now we can do it. So if is dark, we want dark color palette, elf light color palette. Um, let's go ahead and app. Let's go ahead and run this on our Pixel 6 Pro here, and let's see what the login screen looks like. I also like, so we were looking at these beta icons here earlier, and oh, you can't see the phone, because what is this desktop doing? Let's just minimize that. Um, so even the Keep logo has this, and I don't know if that's something we can do ourselves. I would love to find out if like I can make my app icon follow this setup. Um, I don't think it will work for this TOA app because we're not using a custom launcher, but like for my work for Capsule app, it would be really cool if I could make the Capsule logo do this. And I wonder, does anyone know if that's like an out of the box thing or if that's like an API that we can use or like a special launcher file we have to create? Oh god dang, this looks pretty good. This looks pretty good. SD test. Yep, that's not works. Oh, and that's our signing completed. Um, okay, that theming was pretty cool. Let's actually look. Do we have did I not merge any of my shit from last week? It's entirely possible that we didn't merge anything last week, and so we're not gonna have. Oh no, we did. Um, so why? One sec. Whoops. Okay, hold on. Let's do an add, and then say replacing colors with Material 3 plugin palette. I don't think that I was updated on the development branch when I made this, so I don't think that I have the home screen code here in this example. So what's this? Book is running. So let's check out development. Do a git pull. Oh, it is up to date. Um, okay, so why can't I guess I just couldn't search for it correctly. Let's find it here. Project, app, source, main, yada, yada, yada. Oh, because I called it task list because I was smart. Um, and I like task list better. So let's look at task list content. Let's refresh this. I want to see what this screen looks like. Um, one thing I noticed that this was on me, I think. Um, if we look at my system icons are not correct. Is that my fault? Did we do the edge to edge? Yeah, we did. Use dark icons equals material. Oh, here we go. So here's an interesting thought that we didn't test this last week because we only ever use light theme. You see all this code right here? What this did, if you missed it, is we get a reference to a system UI controller, and we check if we're in light theme, we want dark status bar icons. Otherwise, we would want light status bar icons, so we have contrast. And then we have this side effect to set the system bar colors to transparent and to use the dark icons. Does anyone know? This makes sense, right? That we see is light. So does anyone have a hunch why I have dark status bar icons on this screen? It's very subtle. Um, and it's kind of a trick, but worth like looking at this for a second and seeing if anyone can catch it. Nope, the problem's not the Boolean or anything to do with XML. The problem is all this code is right inside of set content, and at this point, we haven't configured anything about our application theme. Whoops, hold on. So if we remember in this TOA theme function right here, inside TOA theme, that's when we determine if we're in dark theme or not. So the problem is that all of this code happens too early. I need to put it here. And so now that it lives inside this TOA theme function, this is where we'll have done that dark theme check. So by default, material theme.colors.is light, this is true by default. And we never made a call to see like, hey, are we in dark theme or not? Now I could have done it differently without wrapping it inside of my TOA theme, but I think that's where the code should have gone. Yeah, maybe there's something new in the template. I'm gonna put this in a private function, by the way. System bars. Just to clean that up. And I guess that wants to be a capital C because compose. Okay, so now if we run this, we should actually see the status bar icons are correct. Yeah, I really like the way this looked. I want to go and make this light theme too and see how that looks. But I really like the way that looks. Um, so let's turn off dark theme. Oh god, it's blinding me. And that looks pretty good too. The colors are a little different than what we had previously, but I mean, um, not bad. So that's the color update. We also fixing status bar icons. Um, there were a couple other things that the Figma plugin gave us. Let's move that over here so we have it. So it also gave, oh, I see. Ooh, okay, hold on. There's code here that I missed. Um, they create color palettes for us um, that I wasn't expecting. Let me use these. We're just going to copy that. Oh no. This is going to be an issue because I renamed everything. It's fine. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. We can go back into color. Um, let's replace these. Um, so one thing is, so MD theme, we basically just want to get rid of that. Um, but there's something new here. So this references a light color scheme, and I have no idea what this is. So maybe this light color scheme is, oh, it's for Material 3 Compose. I do have to add the Material 3 Compose dependency, which I totally forgot. That's in Alpha O1. Oh, got it. So this is still early stages, but that's fine. We can use that here. Um, where do I find? Here we go. Do I also need Let's add that by itself and let's see what we get. Great catch, Dan. I totally forgot that was the thing. And that explains why like the palette, the existing compose like method was so much more complicated. So this should, if it's my understanding, then will this match? I wonder if this will use anything from Material U or not. Do you want to use the wallpaper accent, not the theme? I don't know. Um, I don't know what I want. Um, I want to start by just adding what the Figma plugin gave me and seeing what I get. And if it's not what I like, we'll go from there. But yeah, I do think that if I want it to be dynamic, there's actually other work that needs to be. Um, because let's go back and look at. So does this change how the theme function works? Okay, so we've still got this use dark theme, which is the same. Oh, and I see. So in material theme, instead of colors, I set color scheme. So let's go back to our theme. Um, is that not what it's called? Oh, they made it private. That's fine. Light theme colors. Dark theme colors. Light theme colors. And then we could say color scheme. Oh, I probably also need, this is probably a Material 3 version. Yep. Uh, ooh, okay, typography is wrong. Shapes are wrong. Okay, so a lot of things are different here. Let's keep going down what this is. So this has app typography. Um, let's just copy their typography that they gave us and figure out if there's anything that we need to import that's special. So yeah, we're gonna get rid of our urbanist stuff. Yeah, we can just replace it because we've got our own thing. Um, Chris, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? How did it go? Um, welcome everybody. Let me pause and give y'all a recap of what we're doing because we're doing some cool stuff today. Um, first things first, welcome everyone. This is the brand new Pixel 6 Pro. Mine just arrived today. We spent the first part of the night checking it out, which led us down the rabbit hole of talking about Android 12 and its new Material U and how the phone screen and other system portions update to the like theming from your background. And then we are slowly working our way into trying that out in our own apps. That's a quick recap. Um, Working on a script to automate most of my fetching of Twitch stats from the dashboard so you can put them in your blog. That is really cool. That would be really cool. Um, I would love to learn about that. Some of y'all know like that I'm a member of the GDE program, which is like a program that Google puts on that recognizes people and their like community contributions. And part of that is I have to log all of those contributions, and it's really annoying. And I would love if I could automate like pulling down on all of my like stream summaries and stuff. Uh, I don't know like what information you're able to get, but if I could just pick like the days I streamed and how many people were there, that would be great. That would save me a lot of time from manually combing through the dashboard. But that sounds really exciting. I'm glad you had a great stream. Welcome everybody. Quicksilver, welcome back. Really great to see you here. This is the export data button in the analytics page of the dashboard. Interesting. I will have to check that out. Clearly, you can tell I don't look at the dashboard all that often. Um, I like seeing my stream summary that it emails me like an hour after I stop streaming, and like that's pretty much all I look at. And my stats are always puffed up when you come and give me the support. I really appreciate it. Um, so yeah, welcome everyone. Some of y'all have probably been here before. Some of y'all might be new, but I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, so let me show y'all what we were about to do. We'll dive back into it because I'm really excited. So actually, let me just, can I completely restart this? Hold on. Also, let's go back in the dark theme here. That was getting really annoying. So, anyways, I'll even go back to further of a recap because I love when people join. I love to give a recap of what I'm working on because one of the hard things with coding streams is like it's very hard for people to just jump in and see what's happening. So that's why I have like a Nightbot command that goes around saying, "Hey, pause me if you want to recap." But a raid is reason enough to do one myself. So part of the exciting stuff, I closed Figma, so I can't even show you. Um, but there's a new Material 3 plugin for Figma to do a lot of the design stuff that we were just talking about. So we actually used that for this sample app that I'm working on. I uploaded an image, and then I was able to get a automatically generated like design system and color palette um, right out of Figma. So like here's like our primary and secondary colors and stuff. It gave me a light color palette and a dark color palette. It even gives me like typography information. And so yeah, we got all of this. There's also a cool export in Figma that will like export all of these colors and typography information into the necessary Kotlin files. And so that's actually where you're joining us. We're basically copy and pasting code that Figma generated and throwing that into our Android app. And then we will run it and see what our new styling looks like. So that's the recap. That's where we're at. You're about to witness some really exciting stuff. And, or at least what I hope is really exciting stuff. Um, App typography is what I want here. Sounds like shapes is not a thing with the new material theme. No, you just have color scheme, typography, and content. Interesting that shapes is not a thing. Um, okay, so this will not do the dynamic theming of like the material U. Like this will not make my app like have a green tint to it because green is like my theme color right now. But it should have a little more in-depth of a palette than we just saw. So let's take another look at this again before it runs. So even though I see this blue color here, this background is still, I think, like the default background and stuff. Let's see, we're about to get a new... Oh, wait, we have issues. Um, I think this is the thing. Oh, hey, um, our min SDK is not 31, which is required. 31 is Android 12. We need to set that as our minimum support, or wait, or rather, not just our minimum, but our target supported version in order for this to work on Android 12. And as long as we're targeting that, then this should still work. And it should be backwards compatible. As far as I'm aware, it will still be backwards compatible to previous versions. But let's confirm. We'll have to wait for this again. Um, no shapes yet, coming soon. Got it. So the moral of the story is, sounds like Material 3 is not production ready yet, but it's close. And because this isn't a production app, we don't care. We can throw it in there. But stuff like this is really important for the Android devs in the audience. Like, obviously, in your day-to-day job, you wouldn't use like an alpha build of something, but it's really cool to play with it um, because like that's what like you can really help shape APIs. You know, Compose was like that. Compose was in a developer preview for a really long time, and part of what's made it so good is because of those community members who tried it out and they spent their time like learning Compose and giving feedback to the Android team in the issue tracker. Like the people who try out these beta tools and provide feedback to the teams at Google, like they really drive everyone forward, and I love it. Have a good luck, Quicksilver. We'll see you soon. I didn't know the splash screen API is still in alpha. Interesting. Um, what do we got here? Using relocation requester as an error, use bring into view requester instead. Interesting. So that was actually, do we even need this still? Because this never worked in our app. Um, like this whole relocation requesting thing, it never worked the way we wanted it to. Um, so I'm thinking about getting rid of this code right here and not worrying about um, the focus stuff. So let's just get rid of that. Fix that another day. What about beta 01 of Compose? Wait, splash screen is... Oh yeah, the splash screen is mandatory. It happens automatically. Yeah, I've noticed that. Um, Interesting that it's like alpha to customize that then. Oh, here we go. All right, let's see what's different about this, if anything. Um, all right, well, it's light theme, which is wrong. It's also very purpley, and this looks like not my theme. Um, Hold on. What did we break? So we've got main activity here. This creates a TOA theme. That creates a material. Oh, so hold on. I have ideas. Um, I've got some ideas here. What are my ideas? Um, Actually, do I need this line? I don't know if I actually need that line. That's what I'm curious about. What I'm wondering is, um, okay, hold on. So like a primary button here. So let's look at that again. This primary button is purple. That's wrong, right? Um, but here's where we set like the background color. And we can see even here it's purple, which it shouldn't be. So I'm wondering if anywhere I reference material theme.colors, do I now have to do color scheme? Is there oh, I see. So there is like a material 3. Ah, so anywhere that I'm referencing material theme, I'll need to update that as well. Yeah, okay. Can I just remove hold on. Does anyone know? So we have this compose material right here for like the compose version. Can I just remove this and replace everything? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Will that work? Let's find out. And then we just go down a rabbit hole and replace everything. Um, we'll get a lot of errors. It'll be fine. Um, where do I even start? Like, what I like to do when I do that is I'll just hit the run button and I'll let the compiler tell me. Replace the import on the whole project. Also valid. Um, Actually, yeah, so like is outline text field in Material 3? Um, that's a good question. Let's see. Wait, why is this running? All right, hold on. Something's a little screwy. Um, okay, so the primary button thing fixed. That's good. We support this. Um, but what I'm wondering is why when I removed the composed material that I didn't yeah, why didn't I get import bug fixes everywhere? Um, okay, so let's try this a different way. Um, so it sounds like everywhere we had material, we would just replace with material 3. Let's try that. So one way we can do that, if you highlight some code and you do Command Shift R, that's find and replace for the whole project. So you basically take that and just replace everywhere with material 3. There's 36 locations. Okay. All right. And so this will fail in a couple spots. Because maybe there are certain components that don't need to be replaced with material 3. And that's fine. But this at least gives us a starting point. Yep. Okay. So here we can do color scheme that is light. Oh, can I not? Can I not do color theme that light? Is light in here? Um, Interesting. There's got to be a property here, right? Okay, so here's how we can resolve this. If we look at, oh, material U could be in material 3. That might make sense. So we have this function here called light color scheme. And what I want to do is I want to look at the implementation. Wow, so there's really nowhere that we define it as light. Um, so I guess if we really want to know without referencing the material theme colors anymore, what is this yelling at me about? Just imports. Um, is we could just do like is system dark theme. Um, we can just reference that. Okay. What is this yelling at me about? So out looks like outline text field is still regular material. That's fine. Um, Here we need color scheme dot error. Okay, let's run this again. Let's see what our other bugs are. Button colors look like they're different. So do a replace for material theme dot colors. Well, that's a really good idea. Let's do that one real quick. Um, so this is an interesting one. So button colors, it's no longer a background color. We have container color. Um, the container color of this button when enabled. Interesting. So I guess we'll just call this container color. And let's refactor ours to be clear as well. And we can remove, whoops, let's get rid of that. Colors, oops. I guess, do I want this to be primary container then? Is that what it should be? We'll find out. Um, I guess that's up to me. But I feel like the naming convention is implying that I want that to be primary container. Ooh, there's no caption for typography? Um, so what is caption then? Label small? We'll try that. Did I do? I think I messed up my find and replace. Oh no, it's just here. Oh, I know what happened. It's the places that were already color scheme. They got the find and replace did that twice. Right, no shapes. Or oh, shapes are still a material 2 concept. That's fine. Um, but do I even? I don't think I even need this in this project. Um, Circular progress indicator is also regular material still. Looks like icons are not in material 3. Um, Card also not in material 3. Okay, let's run this. Let's see what we might have missed. What's this YouTube link? That's the video I want. Oh, nice. Okay. We will take a look at that. We're gonna try to fix. Wow, I really don't. What the heck? So they got rid of like and headline media. We could try that. I don't like some of the. I mean, I guess I kind of like headline large, medium, small. That is like a little better. What's what I expected. Let's see if we can skip through and get the highlights. Unless chat wants to do a watch party of a 14-minute video together and give everyone an excuse to watch it together. But I'm betting that it's just kind of explaining like the difference between them. Looks like it's just kind of a quick version of everything we're already doing. React to the video. Oh, you mean like I should do a video? Go to 805. Okay. Do.
For each. Body text styles that have been adapted from
We'll watch
Material
this
Design
together.
2. The naming and grouping have been simplified to display, headline, title, body, and label, with large, medium, and small sizes for each. Compose models this with a new typography class. Its parameters are named after the styles in the Material Design 3 typescale.
Okay.
Create an instance of typography with Roboto baseline values, overriding the defaults with custom text styles.
Okay.
Pass the typography as a parameter to Material Theme. Now, let's take a look at JetChat's typography. The designer has given us a new branded typescale using custom fonts,
I do like that.
Montserrat
This is cool.
and Carla. Start by declaring these fonts with the font family class. These will hold instances of the font class, which can be constructed with a font resource ID and a weight. Declare the JetChat typescale using the typography class, and override each of the text styles using the text style class, our fonts, and other typography values like font size and weight. Pass the typography as a parameter to Material Theme. Let's take a look at the JetChat conversation screen. Parts of the UI use different text styles from our JetChat typescale. For example, the message, author, and timestamp use the title medium and label small styles. They access type theming values with the Material Theme.typography notation.
That's what I would think.
Now that we've covered theming in Material 3, let's take a look at another update to a key aspect of material design: elevation. Broadly speaking, elevation has changed from using shadows in Material 2 to tonal color overlays in Material 3. This is a new way to distinguish containers and surfaces from each other. Increasing tonal elevation uses a more prominent tone.
Well, it's been moving that way. Elevation's been moving this way because historically we used shadow for elevation, and that was great. The reason that wasn't great is when we added dark theme, and shadows don't work on a black background. So, like, they actually had to lean into, like, the color science around, like, how do you use colors to sort of show that, like, surface or hierarchy in a dark theme. And I find that, like, really, like, a really, like, mind-blowing kind of concept.
Elevation overlays were a part of dark theme in Material 2,
yes,
which have also changed to tonal color overlays in Material 3. The existing Surface Composable is an implementation of the Material Design 2 elevation system. It accepts an elevation parameter and handles rendering shadows and overlays in dark theme. We've introduced a new version of Surface for Material Design 3. It accepts a tonal elevation parameter and handles rendering tonal color overlays in both light and dark theme. Surfaces are the backing composable behind most material components. The rest of this together. So let's take a look at the updates introduced in Compose Material 3. Material 3 includes a variety of updates to components like buttons, app bars, dialogues, fabs, and navigation components. These updates make use of the new Material 3 theming values and include fresh new updates to each component specification. For
whatever they're called.
example, let's take a look at bottom navigation in Material 2. It aligns with the Material Design 2 specification and accepts parameters like background color and elevation. In Material 3, the component has been
What is
renamed to
this?
Navigation Bar. It aligns
This
with the
is
Material Design
fancy.
3 specification, and the parameters have changed to container color and tonal elevation to more accurately reflect their purpose. There are a variety of updates to components in Compose Material 3. To get a full overview of all the components and how to implement them, we've updated the Compose Material Catalog app with a new Material 3 section. Check out the source code on AOSP and download the app on Google Play. Let's take a look at one of JetChat's components. On the profile screen, we have an extended fab to compose a message.
Nick is doing a great
This
job
has been
with this
updated from the Material 2 to the Material 3 version. Here's a simplified
extended
implementation
floating fab.
in Material 2,
It's not
showing
big
an
enough.
extended
It
floating
needs to be
action
bigger.
button composable, inner icon and text composables, and a custom primary background color. Here's what we did to update it for Material 3. The imports for the
More
composables have changed to Material 3. We're using the renamed container color parameter and the tertiary color from our Material 3 color scheme instead. Some aspects of Material U come from the new Android 12 visual style and system UI. Two key areas where there are changes are ripple and overscroll. Ripple now uses a subtle sparkle to illuminate surfaces when pressed. Overscroll now uses a stretch effect at the edge of scrolling containers.
Wayne, thank you for the follow.
No additional work is required to implement these changes. Stretch overscroll is on by default in scrolling container composables in Compose Foundation 1.1 and above. Sparkle Ripple is available on Android 12 for all material components.
Overscroll thing.
Interoperability with Android views is an important part of developing apps with Compose, and we've made some updates to support this for Material 3.
Interesting idea,
MDC
Matt.
Android Compose Theme Adapter is a library that enables reuse of material components for Android XML themes for theming in Jetpack Compose.
Okay.
The existing MDC theme composable is compatible with Material 2 XML themes. We've introduced a new MDC3 theme composable, which is compatible with Material 3 XML themes. It's a great time to try out Compose Material 3 in your Android apps, and we've prepared a collection of resources to assist you on your journey. There's a new API reference documentation for Compose Material 3, and a new empty Compose activity template in Android Studio, featuring Material 3 updates. There's also updates to the theming in Compose guide, and, as we've seen, the JetChat sample and Compose Material Catalog apps, and the MDC Android Compose Theme Adapter interoperability library. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks and take care.
That was great. That was really interesting. Oh, and it looks like the app finished running. Okay, so there's some cool stuff happening here. Can you remove all XML with Compose? At this point, you can do most things. There's probably still a couple situations where that answer might not be true. But I think there's a lot. Okay, so let's so here's what we got out of the box for the login screen. We still have, what the heck? Oh, okay. Well, one bug is my fault. So this is a not. Use dark icons if we're not in system dark theme. Okay, so let's fix that. But we've got a little bit of concerns here for me. One being, so actually on this what about theme and manifest? Yeah, you still need like that for certain things, for like the status bar. Although you can do those in Compose. There are libraries to modify that in Compose, but there might be some system level things to still think about. But okay, we've got a couple things I don't like about this. First one being awkward. Why is this purple? Oh my god. Okay, so we've got a lot of things to try to understand here. So, and let's see if we can figure out if these are our faults or Material 3 issues. But this outline text field doesn't look right at all. This outline, you can see it kind of well on like the screen capture, but like I barely see it looking at my phone. That's one thing. Also, I don't think this is supposed to be purple. Um, it's not, and I think I know why. Jetpack Compose. So I think I'm onto something here, and this will actually maybe we need to go back and try to figure this out. So let's go into our TOA text field here. Um, okay, so interesting. So let's talk about this outline text field. Why is that getting incorrect styling? Well, if we remember when we did the refactor a little bit ago, we saw that there was no Material 3 outlined text field. Um, so I think what's happening is this takes in some colors and or this has these text field colors that are using the old material theme. They're not using material theme.colors, they're not using a new color scheme. Uh, so this is a problem. Let's find out if there's okay, wait, so this shows oh, it looks like okay, we'll talk about dynamic stuff later. But it looks like Material 3 does not have text field yet. Um, maybe wrap it in a surface. I don't think it's that simple. Um, but I'm wondering if I could um, I'm wondering if I can copy and paste this myself and then do a find and replace for color scheme, right? Like we already did. Like so like here, let's copy this. Well, make it composable. And let's go in here and let's above my previews, but below the composable. Let's throw this in here. Um, and so, uh, wait, isn't this simple? Um, I basically want to do this, and then I want to call it with like all the same values. So we'll call this like MD3 text field colors equals outlined text field colors. Um, and actually, I'm hoping that Android Studio will be like, hey, yep, I can just autocomplete this. And then I can like put arguments on separate lines. Okay, all right, we're on to something. So here's the default code, and we're going to do a replace for material theme that colors with material theme that color scheme. Um, I usually use screen copy, but I on my machine was having an issue with Android 12. Um, so and I just want to whoops. I basically want to take this and I want to replace it to avoid this part. And I only want to do that in this section. Okay. Um, typing in this should be enough of having to copy all the arguments. Interesting. Okay, so we basically took the default text field colors and replaced them with the Material Design 3 version. So let's do this. So here we say colors equals MD3 text field colors. Boom. Look at that. Innovation at its finest. Um, I'm really curious to find out if that works. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Um, but yeah, that's kind of a bummer that Material Design 3 doesn't have text field. Like, of all components, how did that get missed? Ooh, beautiful. Okay. So, all right, we got kind of close, except the text color is still dark. Um, Interesting. I wonder why. So, what is it? So, text color, we do local content color. Um, Interesting. Is local content color also an issue with Material 3? Well, what if I just change that to be like on background? Well, oh, I see, I see. So local content color is probably configured to be Coil Twitchbot, thank you for the bits. Supposed to be like on primary or on background or whatever, but I wonder if we can say like we would expect text fields to be on background or so like I'm wondering if I can just do like I could do this, but like I wonder if this is gonna bite me in a future screen. Can you draw a TOA logo on a canvas and theme its colors with Material 3? I don't know. It might be technically possible, but if you're gonna ask me to figure out how to do that, I have no idea. Um, okay, so this is good. Our email. Jen, thank you for the subscription. I really appreciate it. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Um, all right, so now our input actually looks a little better now. Um, this is good. What else is broken here? Well, whoops, that's not what I wanted. Um, uh, what else is broken is that this button text is wrong. Um, oh, yeah, I get that. I get that. But I can see that why that's a language limitation. Um, let's look at our primary button real quick. And let's figure out why this text is wrong. So button, I believe, is now in Material 3. Interesting. Um, and we've got let's look at what so button colors. Let's try not overriding the button colors. And let's see what Material 3 gives us out of the box for button colors. It might be entirely fine for us to just use what's there. Have a good night, Mocker. Thanks for coming by. Um, okay. Yeah, we're changing back to just use the Material Design 3 button colors here. Let's see how this looks. Okay, that's better. I see. So that doesn't use the that wasn't the same container color as before. But um okay, this is not bad. And then what I want to run actually next, so let's commit this actually. We can say converting to Material Design 3. Um, that's pretty good. And let's also take a look at our home screen content and yeah, our task list content because I think that will give us also some issues because it looked like the card component was not in Material 3 yet either. Um, ooh, I just saw that a hype train is close. Don't think we've ever had one of those. Um, okay, let's look at task list content. Yeah, because this is also not phenomenal looking. It's actually not bad, but I think it could be better. Um, because I think the card is not that like yeah, there's a lot that I also didn't want this to be that color blue, although I don't hate it. Um, it might help us see. I have not seen it. How do I get to it? Um, I haven't looked at this one yet. Okay, go to widgets. Hey, look, our weather widget works now. Is it a clock one? Is that what I saw? I'm just gonna go here. Matt's not typing fast enough. Oh, wait. Okay, first I have to go head into settings, about phone, Android version, repeatedly tap the 12 in the first line. Um, interesting. Okay, let's go to settings real quick. About phone, Android version. Sorry. Let me also show y'all that I'm doing this now. Um, how many times do I have to tap it? It doesn't say. Will it be here now? Hold on. Let me go to this video of it. Oh, this is just a. What is it? There's actually a widget, but is it like one that I have to add, or should it be added automatically when this happens? Or is this all just a ploy to make me go like repeatedly tap? Oh, hey, I got it. I had to tap faster. That's cool. And then once I get, but if I stop at 12, then I see that. That's cool. Um, all right, so let's go back to this real quick. One thing I want to see. Um, so now we've got these components using yeah, the icons are really cool. Um, but we've got our app here using the Material 3 setup now. So the next thing I want to do just for fun is Material 3 should have, according to the page that I was on, um, dynamic theming. And I forgot how we set that up. Um, let's see if we can find that. Where I thought there was a code lab. Wasn't there a code lab for this, Matt? Um, or I know that Nick Butcher gave a presentation on this. Um, oh, I don't think that Nick Rout's video had. Have a good night, Raphael. Got it. Cool. Let's click through this. Um, can I just jump through? Um, I want to do this. Oh, that's adding dynamic color. This is what we're looking for. Um, with a proper material theme in use, we can make the UI dynamic with a couple small additions. Um, so cool. Wait, so I have to apply it to the application file? Dynamic colors that apply to activities if available. Um, feel like there's more going on. Um, is that it? Is that is that it? Why can't I reference dynamic colors? What's the import that I'm missing? I'm targeting 31. The alpha above? No, I have it though, right? Isn't there um oh. Oh, I need material. Oh, it's not a material compose thing, it's the material version. Okay, we can fix that. Um ah, so here, instead of 1.4, we need 1.5. I should have known that. I remember seeing that. Wasn't there a site where you could place an image and see the material you palette generated? Yeah, that was a Figma plugin that I used for that. Um, there's a Figma plugin called Material Theme Builder, and that's what generated this thing up here. Yeah. Um, okay, so this is cool, but like, is that it? Because that's what the Code Lab made it look like. Um, and I feel like it's got to be more complicated than that. I remember in Android Dev Summit, Nick Butcher did a thing where he like referenced dynamic colors inside his Compose theme. Um, let's maybe I'll have to go back and find that. Um, oh, is this a web version of the same tool, Matt? Oh, it looks like it is. That's really cool. Nice. Got it. Okay. It's not as good, but similar. Okay, yeah. So this didn't change anything about my app. Um, so let's keep looking here. So this is a code lab on dynamic color, but it doesn't look like it's for compose. Um, and that's what I think is missing here. Um, so um, I know we saw it. No, it's not going to be in here. Hold on. So let's go back material 3. I'm lost on what Adam tries to do. Me too. We just kind of figure it out together. Um, dynamic color. Where will this take me? This takes me to the Material 3 docs. Um, which like is fine, but not quite what I'm looking for. But there it mentions dynamic light color scheme. So okay, here we go. Actually, okay. I think we're onto something. Um, where'd it go? Okay, so this is a color scheme, but it looks like it's ah, I need to find. We saw it in the Android Dev Summit keynote, didn't we? Um, Where's... Oh, bless you. This is going to be great. I
together.
know it.
Let's take a look in the experimental animation inspector.
Even easier.
So let me mute this. I'm going to find it because I know it's here. I actually don't think it was this early on. Oh, yes. Here we go. Here we go. This is it.
Yes. After adding the material-free alpha dependency to our app, we can update our theme composable to work with dynamic color. We'll use dynamic color when running on Android 12, or at least S, and update our theme logic to use dynamic dark or light color scheme functions to retrieve.
Right here. All right. Beautiful. Okay, we can do this. We need to know if it's dynamic, and then color scheme is better now as a when statement instead. Can I remember all of that? Probably. Okay, so we know here if it's dynamic. Are you coding on a single monitor? Yes. Technically I have 3, but my editor is kind of only on 1. Okay, so we need to know if we're in dynamic, and then here, okay, so colors will be when. So if we're dynamic and is dark, we want to use dynamic dark color scheme, local context, current. Dynamic and not dark will be dynamic light color scheme, local context, current. And then otherwise is dark, we'll do dark color scheme. Wait, didn't we have dark theme colors? Else light theme colors. Why is this yelling at me? So this should work because I've already do I want requires API though? I don't think I should need this, because isn't that the whole point of this check? But maybe
a
the
color
compiler's
scheme
not smart
extracted
enough.
from the.
Ooh, you know what? I wonder if that's why it told me that where was it? I wonder if that's why it told me I needed uh where was it? Here. I wonder if that's why I need this Kotlin compiler extension version. Um Wait. Yeah, I wonder if that's why I need to use this. Although, will that work? Or will this yell at me? Yeah, okay. So that's probably, now it went away. So that's probably one of the things that's new in the like Kotlin compiler extension version. But now this is, why are you yelling at me now? Oh, I do still have the annotation. Never mind. That's why it works. Also, this is yelling at me for another reason. Okay, we're gonna ignore that change, and we're gonna add the annotation because that should work and it's fine for this, but I'm worried about requires API because doesn't requires API? Yes, this is what Kotlin code looks like. Thank you for coming by, Doctor. Doctor, look, it's here. It's beautiful. It's everything I wanted it to be. Um, okay, but for the Android folks in here, doesn't requires API, like, isn't that a hard require? Like, does that mean my app won't work on earlier versions now? Uh, oh, I never actually ran. I wanted it to be expensive. I mean, it's a little cheaper than some of the other Pixels were, so That's a thing, a benefit. I really should buy a case before it gets too far. Guys, this is beautiful. That's so cool. That's really cool. Uh, so let's put this to the test then. Let's oh, and what when I focus, is this also green? Oh my God, that's really cool. So let's put it to the test. We have to, of course. Let's go to photos. Let's I don't know, let's take this picture of Grayson and use as wallpaper. Um home screen and lock screen. Nice. Okay, so now we've got this like off yellow, brownish color that is now my theme. So now if we open up, ooh, look at that fade. Wow. Honestly, this background color also looks really good with the logo. This is like too cool. Yeah, this is really cool. Um, I love it. You love to see it. Material U in our own application. Y'all notice the background color too? The background color is no longer like the solid black, but the background color is like tinted slightly. Yeah, Matt said I should render the logo as an SVG so it can take dynamic colors. That would actually be really cool. Um, go light mode. Okay, let's find out. Um, yep, that's light mode. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this color in light mode. It's a little, I don't know. It's not me. Um, but you know what we have to try? I know what I want to try. Oh, I don't have the Twitter app. Um, do I have it in? How do I get my I've got like a oh, here we go. On my other phone, I've got a Pittsburgh Knights wallpaper. Um, they posted some new ones on Twitter recently. Um, I don't have the Twitter app installed yet, so I can't find it. Let me see if I can just go to their Twitter. Uh, sure. We'll turn on password sync. Will it be recently in their media? Probably. What? No. This is a lot of work just to find the wallpaper I want. Okay, but I also don't have the Twitch app on this phone, so I don't have an easy way of clicking on what you sent me. So I guess I will just have to uh, figure something out. Can I, if I sign in as me, will this work? I never auth with Google before. Nice. Okay, hold on. Um, oh my God. What is, I don't want that. Do not disturb. That's what I want. Search. Nights. Uh, wallpaper from Nights GG. Wasn't this one, it was a quote tweet, I think. Nope. Where's... This isn't the one I'm thinking of. There were better ones. Um, advanced twittering happening? Yeah, I know how to search on Twitter. It's great. Um, there were better wallpapers than these. But I can't... But alright, let's just pick the Fennec. We can go with it. Um, because the yellow looks so good. Um, no, that was an old one. I'm telling you. No, it's... Hold on. There's this one with the octane. Like, I got this from somewhere. I got this from PK somewhere. Um, learning to code. Thank you for the subscription. Um, but let's open this in our Photos app. That's fine. We'll use the Fennec wallpaper. Thank you for the follow. Oh, Learning to Code also subbed, not just follow. Thank you so much. All right. The PK wallpaper, the yellow is unmatched. It's just, all right, that was a little more yellow than I'd like. Hold on. Wallpaper and style. No, this is fine. This is fine. Um, how does this look? Also, I feel like it would look better in dark theme. Hold on. Okay, that's pretty good. But yeah, this something actually as cool as it would be to learn how to make this logo dynamic, it's almost like it's essential because this yellow clashes with the logo. Like I feel like if you're gonna have some sort of logo in your application, you need it to be dynamic if you want to use dynamic theming. Um, ooh, Android Studio. That's a really cool emoji or emote. Whose channel is that from? Board Def. I am gonna go follow that person. I want to go look at their other Android emotes. That seems like that would be a person to follow. But I cannot pronounce that name. Alcara Diotro. I don't know. Thank you for the follow. Um, all right, but yeah, this is actually really cool to set up the dynamic theming. That's not what I. Let's get off of Twitter. Um, Android Studio. There we are. Um, okay. Can't choose color primary on the logo and take the color of the Material U palette. Um, can I do that? That depends on. Well, so, okay, is it an image or is it an icon? We use an image. Can I provide what's the color filter? Um, effect used to modify the color of each pill filter. Oh, I see. So we could do, okay, let's try this. So let's try color filter. Whoops, if we could type color filter dot tint. Color will be material theme dot color scheme dot primary. Okay, okay. Changing it in the XML file. I mean, I could change it there. Um, is it an XML file? Is it? Oh, it is. I mean, I could change some colors here. Um, I wonder if that's better. Um, hang on. Well, let me run this just to see what this looks like. And then, yeah, let's look at the XML file because actually, so there's, um, what is, well, so then maybe I would need to take the compose theme and export it into XML. I would need to take my the theme that I copied and pasted into Compose. I would need to create an XML version. And honestly, I should. So like, okay, this was kind of cool, but it made the whole checkmark yellow. But like, it would be cool if we could still keep these distinct colors. Um, I have an idea. I have an idea. No, I'm not going to draw arcs. I have an even better idea, Matt. An even better idea. Um, what is my better idea? Well, um, so we've got the system accent color here, right? Um, y'all are overcomplicating it. I can just reference. Okay, look. Let's look at let's pick a random path. Okay, this first path. has this gradient and it's got these offset colors. Why can't I just use like system accent color right here? That's a good question. Why is this yelling at me? Oh, because I need to override resource and drawable v31. Okay, let's do that first. Let's basically copy this. Or wait, how does this work? Let's copy this and let's make a new folder. Drawable v31. And then here, I'm gonna do new file TOA checkmark.xml. It's been an SVG this whole time. Yeah. I thought we knew that. I thought that was like I should have realized that earlier and called that out, but I did not. Um, why don't I see the preview option on this? Oh, I didn't mean to say that it wasn't. I'm sorry. I just like I thought I misinterpreted it as like making an SVG myself, and I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Um, this was on me. But okay, so whoops, nope, hold on. Okay. So like the other problem is like well, if the preview doesn't show up on this, which I have no idea why that's the case. Are these the same color? Oh, they're not. Okay. So like let's just arbitrarily pick something like accent to 600 to 800. Let's just arbitrarily pick something and let's throw that on the screen and let's see what that looks like. Why isn't this giving me... Okay, now we've got a preview. Okay, so looks like the layout editor can't give me... Okay, okay, we're on to something. What are my options here? Can I find out what the material... So we've got... I see, we've got primary color tones, secondary color tones. Okay, so we actually want system accent 1. Let's see what that gives me. That will give me the yellowish tints here. Okay, but 600 to 800 are darker ones. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. So let's try, this should be lighter color, right? So what do the numbers go from? Why are these, is it like 100 to 900? It will not, ooh, will it change the launcher icon? Well, I'm actually not using this as a launcher icon yet. So the answer is no. This is still using the, this still uses the like default Android Studio launcher icon. So let's try 100 to 200 here. What does this give me? Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. What is this widget? Isn't this the widget we already looked at? Oh. Oh, what? What? How do I get this? Once done, exit and open the redesigned widget drawer to place Android S Easter egg. Okay, hold on. Okay, 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 hold on. Matt just blew all of our minds. Hold on. We're gonna go to widgets, and we're gonna add Android S Easter egg. This is incredible. So this gives me the palette. This is sick. So, oh my god, okay. So, yeah, the animations are really cool. So let's say, okay, would you use accent 1, this yellow column down the middle here? Or would you use 3? Would you use the green one? Do we want the logo to sort of accent the inputs, or do we want the logo to follow the same sort of theme as everything else? Um, Tap on 1. Ooh, so it tells me, oh, so that gives me the hex code and it gives me the Android resource ID. I don't know if y'all can read that or that's too small. Very cool. Okay. So looking at this, here's what I think I'm going to try to do. So in the beginning, we have the darker colors. Does this go from, which direction does this go? I don't actually know the answer to that. Do I want the darker color first? I think I might want that. Um, so let's arbitrarily play with this just for fun here. So then we're going to look at this path. Let's do, we're going to do a little, have a good night, doctor. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. We're going to do a little trial and error here. And then this one, let's go from, say, 400 to 300. And then for this one, let's say 800 to 700. Drinking some water. Actually, CP, I bet you that's how these apps are working. It's probably like inside the launcher icon. They've probably got a like V31 launcher icon. Oh my god, so we could do this with our own apps. I'm taking this to my company tomorrow and I'm trying this in the capsule app tomorrow. Even if I don't launch it, I'm trying it out tomorrow and I'm gonna see how it goes. Okay, so we changed a bunch of these curves. It looks like we can't get the um, thing to render. Oh, but it's coming together so well. Look at this. Oh my god. Um, wow. Wow. I am having my mind is blown right now. This is so cool. Um, like this is out of this world cool. Um, let's yeah, so we're gonna change the back. But here's an idea. So just for fun, actually, we debated if we wanted to use the changing the background. Which background? I'm not sure what you mean. But before that, I want to change the checkmark part of the logo. And I remember I asked if we should use the yellow or the green. I'm kind of thinking about using the green for the checkmark just to see what it would look like. Um, so let's try that. So let's use this. Um, oh, dark mode to light mode. We can do that too. Yeah, let's do that in a sec. Um, Actually, we've got two things here. Do these follow? Okay, they do follow the same. So let's do 3 800 to 3 700. And let's do the same thing here. 3 800 to 3 700. All right, moment of truth. Are y'all ready to see what this is going to look like? Oh, yes, it will. It will change in real time, and we'll look at it. And I'm not in love with this. I'm not in love with this. I don't know if it's because it's too dark. Should we go for a lighter green? Let's go for something, let's not go 800 to 700. Let's go more in the middle, like 6 to 5. Um, yes, I'll show you the light theme, dark theme change in 1 second. A little better. A little better. Actually, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And let's, oh, I see. Yeah, change it. Sorry. So learning wasn't saying light. Okay. Matt wants light mode. We'll do light mode. We'll also change our background again to a different image. So let's go light mode. Okay, so the system colors are actually not drastically different in light mode. Um, I gotta rethink this. That green is kind of jarring. Um, I think in the standard, yeah. Okay, so in the default thing, this the check mark basically follows the colors that were in this third portion. So that's if you look at that here, that was what? So it was 1 800 to 700. So 1 800 uh 1 7 1 8 1 7. Okay, so let's try this. So it won't be the lighter yellow, it'll be that darker, sort of like getting closer to brown. Um, okay, what do we think? I think this fits better. And this follows the same sort of setup the original had, where it matches the third portion of the thing. Yeah, it does fit far better. Um, let's go back to dark theme. And you know what else I'm going to use to help test these things? Um, an app. We're going to use backdrops. This should not take long to download. Backdrops is a really cool wallpaper app, and that would be really cool to go find. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but the other thing to consider here is like the system accent. Like this is something um the user chose. So like we may not like yellows, but I think the idea is like the user does. Um, right? So like this is an icon I used background I used to use a lot. That's blue. So let's see what a blue looks like um inside our app. Let's remove. Oh, oh, I'm in love. Ooh, I'm taking a screenshot of this. This is going on Twitter later to discuss what we built today. Oh, I should just make this my color palette. Like, screw whatever anyone cares about. Um, that looks good. This is incredible. Okay, but let's have more fun. I want to have more fun. Um, someone give me a color. First one to give me a color in chat wins. What are the new widget palettes? We can check. Green. Okay, nice. Yeah, this is what the new palette looks like. So the accent is like a purple. Um, I think the purple is a good accent. I wonder where I wonder where in the material 3 that accent 3 is used. Cuz like okay, for our check mark, right? Like using it there was a bad idea. But that purple would make for oh, I bet it's like the floating action button. Or maybe oh yeah, maybe that 3 is like the equivalent of like a secondary color. So I wonder if like a floating action button would use that sort of purple. Actually, you know how we can check that? Gmail. We can just open Gmail. Um, and hope that I have nothing public. Oh no, so that floating action button is still blue. Um, interesting. But yeah, maybe that there's somewhere that purple would be used. What color is when the text box is activated? That is also still like a blue, I think. Yeah. Um, interesting. Um, yeah. Oh, but we wanted to. It should pull from a 1, 2, 3. Huh. So, Hmm. Okay. Do we want it to be dark? Like, do we want to go like, like, no, let's do like, okay. 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 Let's, hold on. I'm gonna commit this because I like this. Oh yeah. I'll definitely go double check my screens. I mean, yeah, I'll go double check all of that for sure. Um, okay, I want to commit this because I do like this as like a. I don't want to lose this point, is what I mean. We're gonna use Git for what Git is good for, um, and then we'll play around a little more. Um, okay, so each section. So let's go. Um, let's go with like 600. And let's try to get like a bigger gradient. Let's go from 600 to 400. So that will be accent 1. This will be 2 600 to 400. And then we would do 3 600. And then, yeah, we would use the same thing for the checkmark portion. Um, how difficult was the transition from XML? Um, oh, good catch, Matt. Um, it was, I mean, it's a learning curve, right? Like, it's not easy necessarily, but I found it to be worth it. And my best sort of comparison to go from XML to Compose is for any of you who went from Java to Kotlin. Do you remember how, like, when we first started using Kotlin, there was a lot of time spent learning because Kotlin was new and there was some different things. But now that we are familiar with Kotlin, we're a lot faster, right? Because Kotlin helps productivity. Kotlin is more concise. It has tools to do the same thing faster. And when you first start, it's slow because it's new. But when you get used to it, it will be faster. I think that we'll find a similar thing with Compose. That right now, as a community, we're going through this transition where we feel like development is slower because we've got a learning curve with Compose. But once you become familiar with it, um, you will iterate so much faster. That's kind of my opinion of this. I have no idea if this is going to look good, this accents 1, 2, and 3, but I'm really curious to find out. It's either going to look great or terrible. Ooh, ooh. What do we think, chat? Beautiful or no? I think it's great. I think this is I think Matt was onto something. You like the old one better? Reverse the gradient. Um oh, okay, okay, where they'd go from like dark to light. Um, will that make a difference? Everything apart from the gray? Interesting. We could try reversing the gradient here. Um, I also should probably like move these into their own like color variables so I don't have to go through like 8 lines every time I want to change this, but that can be a refactor for another day. I'm glad you're having fun. All right, it's a subtle difference, but it's kind of a little better. Matt was onto something there. Matt's been onto a lot. Matt gave us this idea, then gave us the idea to use the accent colors and refactor them. So Matt is just streamlining this. I'm gonna keep taking screenshots because whatever we do, I want to tweet out because this is really cool no matter what. Um, so let's put it to the test. Matt picked green. Let's go to backdrops. And can I like search by color? I can. So let's find a nice green background. This dark one looks kind of like nice and tranquil. What do we think? We want to try this? Both. Okay, so here's our home screen. Ooh. So it's green, but we get kind of like a teal thing. I bet it's gonna look really good. Are we ready for the big reveal? Brrrr. All right, that was kind of anticlimactic, but yes, also pretty good. Pretty good. Um, I actually want to, so I think I personally am going to hate it, but let's go back to now that we've changed the way this works, let's go back to the knight's background. Um, and let's see how that, because there was that purple that we thought was weird, but now I'm wondering if the purple will look better um, with the other changes, or if it'll still look weird. Can we see the original icon again? Yeah, we can. We can do that. One sec. Um, what am I doing? I'm opening this. Or oh, it was the green that was the PK accent, and now this is actually better. Like I think spreading it across the different accent colors was nicer. Um, is that Claro? Recap. So what are we doing tonight? So we started off the night. We unboxed the new Pixel 6 Pro. We took a look at the camera and some Android 12 stuff. That was really cool. Um, and part of Android 12, I'm sure you may be familiar with Material U, which is a way where Android can take your background, whatever your background is, and it tries to theme your phone to that color. So like here we've got this yellow background and we can see we have yellow icons, and if I pull down the system drawer, everything is yellow. So that's kind of what we're working with, and what we've done is we're trying to take that concept and add it into our own application. So we've been working on a application for a while now. It's going to be like a task management application. We're actually not very far. The biggest we've done is the login screen. But now we're taking that login screen and trying to use it with this material theming. So if you'd like to see it live, what everyone else has had their minds blown with, you can see this matches the yellow palette that we had. Let me show you one of our favorites so far was I really like this blue background. So I'm going to set this as my home screen and lock screen again. And now we have a blue theme. And if we look at that inside our application, this is what our launcher or what our login screen looks like. So yeah, that's what we've been doing is working on dynamic theming with um, our own individual Android application. Um, the wolf red background looked nice. Okay, let's go try. We could try a red background. Go into backdrops. Was that one of my? Was that what I had favorited? Oh, apparently it was. Um, I guess I went through a red phase. I don't remember that. I'm not typically a fan of like red backgrounds, but um, it's nice. I think Material U's done a really good job of taking like if you pick a color that can be very strong, like red, or even certain blues. Well, any color can have like a bright shade to it. They do a good job of like dimming it. Like this is red-ish. You know what I mean? A collab with another developer. I would like to. I haven't invested the time into the logistics aspect of like setting up the stream to support another webcam, figuring out how to really like capture another webcam and stuff like that. Like it's the logistics aspect that's hard for me and why I haven't done it yet. But I have no problem bringing other people on. Um, have plenty of ideas. But in addition to just seeing that, let's look at our app. Another beautiful one. Um, not my cup of tea, but like definitely very impressive color palette. Like if you're a person who likes red, I could think this would be really good. Um, yeah, exactly. They do a good job not like oversaturating things. Anyone got a color we haven't tried yet, or maybe we can just scroll through backdrops. Um, whoops. See, so we did green. Um, or maybe we could pick like a multicolored one, see where it lands us. Um, let's do purple. Let's see what a purple would look like. Oh, and then we'll do a multicolored one and see. Ooh, this is actually very calming. What is the blue background called? In the Backdrops app, it's called Parallel Pulse. This is one of my favorites. I use this for a really long time. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. And like the lake and the mountains, I find this very like serene and calming. But I have to be honest, this purple one also very calming. And so let's see how that looks. Yeah, that one's also pretty cool. I think whatever we pick at this point, I think we've settled on like a really cool configuration. Um, what an incredible idea, Matt. Like this was so much fun. Um, and also it looks when you blow up the phone like this, it looks super grainy, but the logo looks pretty smooth um, on our thing. So um, I'm wondering how difficult it would be to um, convert this into a launcher icon. Um, actually, is it complicated? Okay, well, let's commit this. So um, I'm glad you feel that way. That's what I thought. It's been a while since multicolored next. Okay, I'm sorry. Y'all are the ones who decided to watch an ADHD streamer. You brought this upon yourself. Um, sorry. Uh, okay, what's one that looks really multicolored? Like this one? I think there's like the green stands out. This is multicolored enough. Should I just look up rainbow? Or oh, here we go. Duh. This one's great. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, so it looks like we can actually make this choice ourselves. If we look at wallpaper and style, which we looked at earlier, you can see I actually have four options here to pick. And I can choose what is emphasized. So like here, I can choose to emphasize the blue or to emphasize the pink. Um, what's the widget say? Let's find out. Well, let's go with this. Um, so here, I changed it to where the emphasis is blue. So um, now I'm gonna have to go grab her phone and mess around with these backgrounds. Yeah, the app I was using is called Backdrops, if anyone missed that. Backdrops, really great app for finding backgrounds. So I'm obviously partial to the blues, um, but that looks pretty good. But let's change it. Let's change it up. Let's um let's go back to where there was like, oh, let's use the like pinkish color that's more primary now. Interesting. So it looked like for the picture, it looks like the accent 3 doesn't change, but it's the accent 1 that you can kind of control. Yeah, I'm really fascinated by the color science behind all of this too. Um, yeah. Okay, um so when I do a launcher icon for apps, I always just end up what's the word? Just importing a new image. But I think here, so where we have the IC launcher.xml, we reference um background and foreground. So here, we would do IC checkmark. Um, ooh, do I want? Yeah, I do want this, no matter what the um. But I'm wondering for background, can you set a color? Can I just do like, what do they do here? Um, actually, let's just. I want to run this. What happens if I put this one on the home screen as it is? Okay, that'll do anything. Um, but now let's run it. Okay, that didn't work. Why not? Um, oh, because it references. Um, oh, is it because I need to also update IC Launcher round? That's possible. I also wish there was like, I mean, I guess there's ADB install, where I could install it without. Oh God. Okay. Oh, you can't see this. All right, this was interesting. Um, so a couple things here. This is I need hmm, yeah, like what happens if I remove the background? Can I do that? Is that valid? Will that just then use the same color that the other apps are using? Okay, it does. Oh no, it's not. It's black. What the heck? Is that actually like where is that color coming from? Does anyone have a guess where this is? Like, is that another um yeah, okay, but like what color is it? What's the theme color? I have no idea. Um, would that be documented somewhere? I'm imagining it's one of these like neutral colors. Widget, please, sorry. So it's gotta be one of these like Ben, thank you for the follow. It's gotta be one of these like neutral 800s or something. Um, actually, and then here. System neutral 1 800. Let's just try that. N1 900. Okay. This will probably yell at me. Let's override this in V31. And actually, yeah, let's leave that here, and now that we have it in 31, let's just, no, I want, I want to roll back these other files. Um, so IC launcher round in V31. That's the one that will do our thing. Um, Trial and error through screenshotting and asking Adobe Color Picture. I mean, won't be the first time I've done that. Okay, this actually looks okay. It's still a little dark. I also need to figure out how to fix this padding. Um, do I um size of the icon itself? No, I don't think it's that simple. I actually think I would want to copy this um and have like a launcher version, and then I think I just need to modify like the viewport or something. Yeah, like something here. The width or height of this I would need to modify. Um, that's why I like when you do the import, you can resize it yourself, but I can just go to Fiverr and I can get the SVG from them. Or another way I've done this actually in like if I go into Figma, done this before. Um, this part, this check mark, I can do like actually this is how I did it before. I copied it as SVG, and then I just like actually here, hold on. I might be onto something. Okay, let's go to res. Let's do new image asset. We want a launcher icon, and we're going to do a search. Um, oh, nice. We have TOA checkmark.svg. I have the checkmark as an SVG. And then what I can do here is actually in this resize, I can just like resize to 50%. Let's do that. Let's resize to 50%. Um, okay. And um, let's just go to next. Oh, wait. Oh, you're right. Background layer. Um, color. What do I make it? Should I just like make it black for now? Or white? Um, like, should I just um, name is fine. Name can be IC launcher. Um, let's make it black for now, and then um, no, it's fine if it overwrites it. Um, I'm fine with overwriting it, and then I will just have to take this new one and modify the colors um, for a specific uh, thing. So, how does it make it a PNG? Okay, so here we've got this IC launcher foreground. Okay, yeah, so this is what I want, and I basically want to, here is where I would replace the colors. Was that not it? Um, actually here, we're on to something here. So this, in theory, should be the same XML file. The only difference is the viewport width and height. So if I, oh, but that probably changes the path, doesn't it? Oh, maybe it doesn't. I'm wondering if I can just do this. Um, 108, 108. And then if I take this, if I, okay, here, actually, oh my God. Yeah, so we did that. We changed the viewport. And if I rename this to IC Launcher Foreground, then it should, um, oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. I only want to rename this one file. Launcher. So this is already in V31, so no, don't rename anything else. Just rename this one file. Okay, I will do it myself. Oh my God, why is this deleting every usage? This is so annoying. I'm about to do this via the terminal. Um, all right, we're just renaming it via terminal. But now it should have the same name as launcher foreground. So I think, why is this yelling at me? That's just a caching thing. I think that will work. Duplicate resources. Why? Um, uh, is this yelling at me because there's... Should I just delete the WebP versions? Because it looks like those are unchanged. Let's try that. Um, let's see if we still have... Cheers. Do it, Matt. Hydrate or dihydrate. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. I started typing in here and I need to remove that. There we go. All right, now we might be getting somewhere. Also, it's after 10 o'clock here, so I might wrap up soon-ish, but we'll see. We had a good stream. Thank you all for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. Okay, why did I lose... Hold on. Oh, okay. So one problem is I, in renaming the launcher version for uh, drawable v31, um, I got rid of the IC TOA checkmark file that I actually care about. Um, let me go back here and actually bring that back in. So I guess I'm going to have two XML files here that are effectively the same, but with different like sizes, but I think that's fine. Um, I'll just have to know that that's a thing if I ever want to change the logo for this application. Um, but we'll worry about that then. Okay, so this, I haven't shown the icon yet because I want to make sure I fix that. Oh, the icon didn't work. Did anybody see that? Um, that's upsetting. Okay, so there's that. Um, but the icon's still broken. Um, why? Have a good night. We'll see you soon. Um, okay, let's. I'm gonna so I have it. But let me delete this file. Um, wait. Oh my god! I swear I hate this. I just want to delete this one. Um, but I don't think so, because the thing that's changed the size was um the thing that changed the size was the IDE. Like I don't think so. Um let me take mm, how do I let me get rid of my V31 version and let's run as it was. You're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because I changed the size and I didn't use. Okay, yes. So here is a working version, um, trusting Android Studio to resize it. God, that is really grainy. Oh, it's only grainy um, on Visor. Okay, okay, so we're getting somewhere now. So basically, we have to do the thing that I was trying to avoid doing earlier. Is we basically need to take these and replace them all, uh, which is fine. Let's just do that real quick. So 400, 600. So then here we do 2 400, 2 600. I'm gonna do this, but then I'm actually gonna ask y'all about an interesting idea. Do we want the launcher icon to actually be 3 different colors? Or do we want, also want to make sure I did this right. Um, or do we think the launcher icon should be one specific color? Because that's what all the other um, apps are doing. So I think that we would actually be good to make this all one color. Um, I'm gonna do 3 for the moment just because I want to like make sure this works. But yeah, I'll probably change this back so that it's like one solid color. Um, Try to match whatever this is using. Um, I bet Google has spec'd this out somewhere. Um, yeah, okay, that's cool. Um, okay, let's actually see if Google has answered this. Let's go to wallpaper style. So it's themed icons is what they call it. So themed icons, Android 12. Let's see if Google has any official documentation on this. Um, Nothing shows up from the Google side. Um, yeah, sorry, I should have stayed on this longer. It technically works. We are able to get our themed icon in Android 12, but I think we need to figure out how the heck we match the existing system. Um, and I don't think I'm gonna find that from like one of these websites. Um, yeah. So, what are some ways we could guess? I mean, we could pull up the palette, and this kind of looks like A1 100, if I had to guess. Let's try that. So, I said I wanted to make them all the same, right? So let's do 100. The That's for the background, right? Not the foreground. Yeah, okay, let me try that for the background in a second. We're going to use A1 100 for all the foreground stuff. And, okay, so we're going to look at IC Launcher round. There's this IC Launcher background. Nice. So here we can do Android system, uh, color system neutral to 800. All right, 30 seconds learning to code. We'll find out if this is it right now. Um, we're going to, nope. We're going to still use black for 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going to use black if it's like below V31. I will put it on YouTube later if you actually have to go. But we're running right this second if we want to see if we get lucky. I will be so happy. That's so cool. I almost wish we were. Ooh, oh, I still wish we were like using the tricolor somehow. But at the same time, I feel like that would be breaking the home screen synergy here. Um, but we got it working. Oh, incredible. What a night. What a night. Okay. And then we click on it, and that's the home screen version. This is stunning. Ah, all of this. Oh my God. I'm in love. This was a very exciting night. Thank you all for joining me in this very exciting night. Um, let's commit that code. Um, very cool. Um, the sizing could be adjusted a bit. Yeah, probably could. Um, but I'm too afraid to mess with it now. Um, it's just bold. Yeah. What am I? So I could. I'm afraid about re-importing it. Like, because I'm not going to. What's the word? Um, actually, this is a good question. Um, like, I'm worried if I change the size, I will break the pathing again. Right? So even if I tried to replace 108 with like, I don't want to cut it in half. What's like 75% of that? Somewhere around 75. Maybe I'll change this to like 80. Um, whoops. I actually don't want to replace. There were a lot of those. I just want to replace these ones up here. I think this breaks it. Let's verify that this breaks it. Um, okay, that does indeed break it. Um, so how could we get around this? Well, I could re-import the SVG. All right, we're gonna hack our way around this. We're gonna re-import the SVG like we did earlier, and then copy the new SVG XML that it generates, do a git reset, and then just paste that new XML that it generated. um, so new image asset. Oh, hey, it's right here. So we resized to 50, but we said that was a lot. What if we go down to like 40? Um, I did change both. Um, although I actually think I could have just changed one. Isn't that the point of a vector? Hold on. Isn't that the point of the vector if I just change this? Like viewport width is what determines pathing, and the width and height are what's actually the size of the vector. Isn't that the whole point? So, well, this might work. It might be that simple. Nope, that didn't do shit. Okay, so let's go back to my idea. Um, we're gonna re-import, and we're gonna set. Let's do 40. Um, so take a look at this circle. So that's gonna add a lot more padding. If I go to 30, I can't go to 35. If I go to 36, that's looking a little too small. What is the group scale? Let me try. That doesn't help me a ton. Oh, maybe. I don't know what that number is. I don't want to mess with it. Let me try this just for fun because this is looking like closer. So, um, weird. This kept it as 108. Oh, but that changed. Oh, you're right. This scale element is what's different than what was there before. Okay, so let's try this. We're gonna get reset back to what worked, and let's just paste in the other group scale. And let's run, whoops, and well, actually, yes, let's paste it there, but let's also paste it here. Are those the only IC launcher foreground or IC launcher round? Or oh, whoops, hold on. I want to make sure those are the only ones. Yeah, they are. Drum roll, please. It looks like the Google apps are consistent, and I bet when these are no longer a beta feature, I bet that they provide guidelines. Okay, it's still kind of thick, but like it's no longer as close to the edge. I feel like if we would need to figure out like I'd really need to dig into the actual like pathing for the circle itself to slim it down. But I think just making it shrinking it overall, the scale, I think that makes it look a little nicer. But it is indeed still like kind of stands out. Um, but yeah, it is better for sure. Um, what do you mean two launcher icons in the home? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, this is an Android 12 feature to have like themed icons on the home screen. Um, actually, you know what? I do wonder though, if I turn that off, does that impact my app, my icon as well? Or have I broken? Interesting. Okay, so yeah, WebShark had the same question at the same time. So I did break this. Um, but again, I guess that's what I get for not knowing what Google wants me to do, because they've released no documentation on themed icons. So interesting. Um, hmm. So I have no idea how Google Apps are doing it under the hood. But no, it's actually still not terrible. And now it looks like I'm the one who believes in Material U and not Google. So, they're doing it wrong. I'm gonna turn that back on though, because I do like that. And then I'm also gonna go back to my favorite blue background. I'm also getting hangry, so I think that now that we have this working, I think I might call it a night. Uh, why didn't my launcher icon update? Is there? Huh. All right, so this is probably an interesting situation. Um, like, does that pick the system color once when it's installed? Yeah, because it like, did I try light theme? I did not. Um, but I don't know if that changes anything. Okay, yep. we're gonna have to figure out what's going on here. I bet if I uninstall this, I wonder if it's doing something that only works. Uh, oops. Why is that? Why is it offline? I'm not offline. Oh no, I lost connection. Um, please hold while I get that back. Got it. Okay. Well, all right. We still had fun learning it. I might want to go remove this code then later. Yeah, because it looks like they must do something different because we've still got that like gray here and not the light version. So I'm betting this is an internal thing that they don't want us to use yet. Um, so I might commit what we have and just like note that it's a buggy concern, but um, yeah, we'll probably just have to wait till there's some official guidance on their end before we customize that any further. But I had a ton of fun learning about material theming with all of you. Um, I hope you all learned something. This will definitely be up on YouTube for anyone who missed it. Um, yeah, but I'm getting kind of hungry, and it's after 10:30 my time. So, yeah, we could check the Jet app, but I think I am getting ready to call it a night. So, uh, thank you all for coming by. I hope you all had fun. I hope you all found the Pixel 6 interesting. The camera stuff in the beginning was really cool, and if I learned anything new, we'll definitely talk about it in like a future stream. But yeah, let's see if anyone else is coding, if anyone's rating that we can go hang out and find out. I'm sure Lando is live if no one else is. Yeah, none of my science and tech people are streaming right now. So we're gonna go raid Lando, the pro Rocket League coach for the Pittsburgh Knights. That was the esports decal that I was using earlier. We're gonna go raid the coach of that Rocket League team. So yeah, thank you all for coming by. I hope you have another great week. Um, we'll see you all next week. Oh, Yasmin just followed right as I was leaving. And I don't have the alerts on this screen, but I saw it pop up. Yasmin, hi. I'm sorry, we're just wrapping up. Are you still here? If you're still here, I can show you what we did today. You would love it. Um, we're gonna go back for 5 seconds because I want to show Yasmin what we're working on. Hi, you are still here. We spent the entire night looking at Material U. I was 5 seconds from wrapping up, but you're here. So, do you want to see what we built? So we've been working on like a task management app for a while now. We're not very far. We only have the login screen, but we added Material 3 into the app and worked on dynamic theming. So this is what our login screen looks like using the Material U to match our home screen. Um, I can show you for comparison what it looked like out of the box with like the I should show you actually because you have nothing to compare it to. So let me show you real quick. Let's go in here. Um, uh, yeah, so let's just replace this with our normal dark theme. So this is the Material U version that's matching my blue background, but this is what we started with. Um, we have like this sort of like orange yellowish checkmark icon, and there was some blue. What? That's not what I wanted. Did that not? I don't want the dynamic. I want you to use dark theme colors. All right, hold on. That's a little buggy. The icon doesn't adhere to the compose theme. Oh wait, shouldn't it? I thought, oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, never mind. That's not gonna work. Do I have screenshots of what it used to look like? Um, I don't have them handy. Um, yes, but it was, you're right, Matt. Ah, I should change the icon. I should, like, conditionally change backgrounds to demo. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's demo that. Hold on. Let's go back. Let me do a git reset. I forgot where I was at. Yes. I don't think I took a screenshot from before we started, but um, let me show you it in action, actually in a much better way. I can't believe I didn't think about this at the time. So here is Material U with the blue background. To show it off, let's try a different color. Um, let's go to backdrops again, and let's try, we were looking at this green earlier. Let's use this green background. So there's a bug on the launcher icon. That's what we were working with and couldn't get that to work. But now if we open this up, we can see the button and the checkmark icon change to match our green theme. There you go. Ta-da! Material 3 in Android in action. Very exciting. Thank you for all of your incredible work putting this together and all of the resources that you and your team have put out there for us. We love it. It was very easy to try this out tonight. Super glad you could see this in action. We love it. Thank you for all that your team does. And so I will definitely be playing more around with this. And if I can pitch, what I would love to know is how the heck these themed icons work and when we will have access to them. We use the Material Theme Builder. So originally, you can see my intro Figma work of what I had designed in the beginning. Here's actually, this is what our screen looked like before Material U. But yes, I played around with Material 3, the theme builder, and so this is what I got. This color palette up here. So I actually took this color palette and I added that to the app. Um, and then we took that and then moved over to the Material 3 version. But yes, this is actually what it was looking like before uh, we added the dynamic theming. And I broke that. So technically, I didn't break it, but um, this checkmark icon, we actually changed this to always use the dynamic colors. And I should probably go back to where uh, this checkmark only like conditionally uses the dynamic colors, but that's on me. That's something I will have to change later. Uh, but I was getting tired and hangry, so we're wrapping up. But I will let you know how that goes. But yeah, I'm really glad you could see this. I don't know if you've had a chance. Like, I don't know if there are any like sort of outside Googlers who have done dynamic theming yet. I feel like I'm on like cutting edge technology here. I mean, it was announced to us what yesterday, so I guess this is like it hasn't been out for very long. Yeah, I'll clean up some of the code before I merge this in following this week's, but it will be up on YouTube so people can see. Um, yeah, the Material Theme Builder helped a lot. That was really cool. And we used the export feature to export the Jetpack Compose styling. So we added like like here is all of the colors that we got from the Material Theme Builder. That was really easy to copy and paste in. The typography um, one was the same thing. This was straight out of the Material Theme Builder. So it was really nice. Yeah. Um, an incredible tool. Um, when actually this is a question while you're here. Um is the like export to code feature, is that like an early access preview sort of thing right now? Um, or will that be made public? What do we know about that? Because if it is an early, someone posted it in the beginning, the design to code thing. If it is an early access preview, can I reach out to you offline for early access? Yeah. Or more specifically, wasn't there this thing? Yes. Oh, this is a preview. Um, I have never used this in the year that I've been a GDE, but is it possible that I could use that? Okay, I will fill this, or I filled this out earlier, but I didn't really put anything in the description, but I should. Um, I want to pull the GDE card on this so I can get access. I don't typically say that, but I want to for this because I want to try it out. Okay, but yes, uh, that will be very exciting. We'll definitely try that out. But we were all mesmerized. We were all just mesmerized trying out all the different colors for this and talking about how we were mind blown at all the color science behind it. Um, that's very cool. All right, yeah, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. That was a huge surprise.